Already got this one pretty much the tap run through there. These smaller holes tap way easier than those big ones. I can tap one of these small 1/4 20 holes in, I don't know, maybe less than a minute, maybe 30 seconds. One of those ones was taking me like between 5 and 10 minutes a hole. It's a lot of work there, especially these long ones here where you're tapping like almost 1.5 inches of material or more. That one took probably 15-20 minutes. That took a while. Well, of course, last hole, and I break the tap because I was going too fast. So I'm trying to wiggle it out. It's moving, but it's coming out slow. Hopefully I can get it out and find the other half of the tap, and maybe it'll go in there and clean up. I was almost done with the hole. Okay, we got the adjustment bolts here. So you can see as we turn that, it'll tighten the band saw blade. It's moving these out, and then I got a jam nut on there. And then we've got adjustment bolts down here so that we can, you'd see it would end up doing this with this whole plate here. I got that done on both sides. And I've also got jam nuts on those. I'm gonna have to get a little bit longer bolts for one side because they are just not quite long enough there, but yeah, so looking pretty good. Next step here, I think what I'm gonna do is get my trailer out, start cleaning that up and get ready for that. And then I'll be able to actually make a frame for this carriage, or a frame for the beam here to sit on. And yeah, then we can end up mounting the engine on what will be the top, which is sitting on the floor. And then we can cut our drive shafts to length, because I'm not sure how that's going to end up getting mounted and where it'll go on here yet. But that's where we're at. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but I have quite a few days into this. I don't know if I would say days. It's more like quite a few partial days into it. But that's where we're at, and feels like I actually have something now that I've got some bearings bolted on here, and it's not just nuts welded to a beam. Next thing I got going here is cleaning the rust and crap off from this trailer. So I bought this sand blaster and found out my air compressor is not big enough to run this thing full time. And even if it was, it would cost me a lot of sand. So on a lot of these flat spots like this, I'm just taking my sander. It's a lot faster to just sand and grind with the wire wheel than it is to sandblast. And then I'll use the sandblaster in tighter spots like this that are easier to reach. So this is going to be a long, dirty job. I'm going to get going on it and probably take me a couple days. Well, I've got it about halfway done right now. This half over here. And then I got this half to go over here. So slow and dirty, and lots of prickers flying out of that head at me, hitting me and sticking in my arms and stuff, but it's going. Sandblaster is, I don't know, I think I don't have a big enough compressor. Also, this used sandblaster has a hole in this nozzle here, so it's shooting out the side. I got to get another nozzle. But I'm trying to get it pretty much done, and then I'll just paint it, and it won't be a big deal if everything's not perfect.